Courtney, you're also, I believe, involved in a crisis and a training centre in Port Moresby. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, we've put together, St John and Wearlee PNG have put together a proposal.
Wearlee PNG?
Wearlee PNG is an organisation here with a sister organisation in Australia offering trauma-informed counselling programs in violence community recovery. We have decided, we've been working together for some time, and we have decided to put together a proposal to build we'd like to receive funding to build a crisis centre and training centre. The crisis centre, we would like to basically be a clinic to treat victims of sexual violence, women, children, men, from start to finish, and provide trauma-informed and appropriate care from start to finish. From the time the victim comes in, they're getting the appropriate care, the appropriate examinations, the appropriate paperwork is being completed, and then they have the support to go on to the next. A lot of people don't know what the next step is. Do we go to the police? Do we just worry about it in the community and get some compensation?
You will provide all that.
We would like to provide all that. And then follow-up care, counselling, especially for the children. Some really solid therapy for child victims, definitely. And then next to that, we'd like to have a training centre where we can upskill a PNG workforce to be trauma-informed and to provide these counselling services. And then they're taking it home to their own communities as well. It's about being trauma-informed. If trauma is unhealed, it is repeated. So we want to stop the violence from escalating, and I think we can do that by offering some solid training.
Yes. Papua New Guinea doesn't have that facility right now, does it?
Look, I know there are a lot of really great programs here. I haven't come across many that I'm really familiar with, but I know there are some really great organisations. There is a family support centre, I believe, that's run by Medicine Sans Frontières down at POMGen. Fantastic little facility there. That's probably the closest thing I know. I know there are a lot of other really great programs out there, but this for me is sort of a comprehensive and overall approach to treating victims, and I'd like to sort of have it as a one-stop shop where they can come and get what they need.
Sounds good. What's going to cost money?
Will cost money. Oh, I estimate about 3 million.
3 million. Talk to government people on that.
We will. We're starting to have that conversation. Professor Judy Atkinson's arriving next week, and we're going to start to really get out there and do some talking. And I feel really confident that right now is the time to be having this discussion. People are starting to take notice and go, okay, come on, what else can we do? So I feel pretty positive that we'll get a lot of support.
Sure. And you've got land to set up this, to build this in Port Moresby?
Potentially, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Then when would you like to see that up and running? I mean,
as soon as humanly ASAP, possible.
I suppose. Yes. Funding and a lot of people to help you along is the key here, isn't it?
That's it. And we'd also really like to see, we'd like to really support the other services out there. We'd like to be supporting the police service, Those guys are out there seeing, horrendous acts of violence themselves, and then they're going home and, they might have problems in their own community or in their homes, and I think it's easy to criticise all the other, bodies out there that are working and, copping a bad rap, but I think it's about, let's start to support one another and go, hang on, why is this happening? How can we support you? Yes. That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah, and in fact, PNG, I don't know of anybody who said something like that. Like you were saying, I mean, do you know of any programs like that in Australia that works well?
Certainly I've seen a lot of programs that Professor Atkinson has done in Australia, and people are taking a lot of notice of that now. So
there's a lot of people take for granted that if there's somebody injured or a policeman is in a situation where it's not really good, they think that he's a policeman, that's okay. But we don't realise that the trauma that the policeman goes through.
That's exactly right. And what's their story? I mean, what's happened for them at home? What happened to them as a child? I mean, it's overall. It's every human has a story, and we have to have an understanding of why are we acting like this? Why are we lashing out? Why are we violent? Let's start to talk about it, and not knock each other down. Let's start to empower each other and look at what will work.
Okay. I think the policemen would really like this. They like that. Enjoy hearing this particular point.
We work well with the police.
Yes. It was nice to talk to you, Courtney.
Thank you, John.
There was Courtney Honey from the St. John's Ambulance, a very worthy organisation for your support. This is PNG Tonight. Coming up, PNG, a great destination for businesses.